So I think one of the most frequently asked questions that I get is, what was my breaking point? And that's easy for me. It came after, in 2016, I had a bad weekend, right? So I tell my wife, I say, yo, let's go to the zoo. We head to Philly, go to the zoo. But in the back of my head, I'm plotting. I had a bad weekend. I hadn't been using drugs or doing anything illegal for a while. And I had a bad weekend, stressed out. Things ain't go my way. So I decided that I was going to get me a bag of dope, sniff it, and take my problems away, right? So I told my wife, started concocting a plan. I said, yo, let's go to the zoo. Let's take the baby to the zoo. So we go to the zoo, right? On the way there, I stop off. See one of my homies, he passes me something off. So now I got this in my pocket the whole time. We at the zoo having fun on the road back. And I come back. Now I gotta wait for the house to go to sleep. I gotta wait for my wife to go to sleep, my son to go to sleep, so I can sniff in my bag and get high in peace, right? And what I thought I was doing was taking away my problems. Little did I know, something else was in store though. So they go to sleep. And actually, I fell asleep also. And then I woke up, and it was probably about 12, 1 o'clock. So I go to the bathroom, crack the bag of dope open, sniff it. Last thing I remember. Last thing I remember. I have little, like, memories. I don't know if they're real. I don't know what it is, though. But turns out, I ended up overdosing. I woke up in the hospital a few days later with tubes down my throat, all that stuff, you know. Asked the doctors what happened. Doctors was being cold with me. They was like giving me the cold shoulder. The nurses had like a little bit of an attitude also. And I guess that was because I'm taking up their time. You know, they're taking up their time. They're wasting their time. They could be spending on patients that need help. And they're dealing with me, who did this to myself, who decided to get high, right? So they tell me, I say, yo, I'm real cold. I don't, you know, my neck was hurting and I didn't know why. But come to find out, they had to give me an IV in my neck to give me the drugs to counteract the heroin that I had sniffed. Because they were trying to give it to me other places, and my heart had stopped beating for so long that my veins, they couldn't give it to me in my arms, anywhere else. So that's why my neck hurt, you know. And the doctor said, yeah, that's what happens when you overdose on heroin, right? So I'll bust it down like this to you. My son, Major, who was 2 years old at the time, he wakes my wife up in the middle of the night, about 1 o'clock in the morning. Says, mommy, where's daddy at? My wife sees I'm not in the bed. She must have got that intuition and went to the bathroom to check on me. She finds me there, basically dead. I had no heartbeat. I had no pulse. My wife is a nurse, so she knows how to check for that stuff, and she knows what to do in those situations. So my wife instantly starts splashing me with water. She said my face was blue, my lips were blue, and I wasn't responsive at all. So she starts trying to wake me up, slap me around, you know, splashing water on me. It's not working. Then she starts doing chest compressions and starts giving me mouth to mouth. And she called 911 when she realized that she couldn't wake me up. From the time she called 911 until the time they got there, we later found out was 12 minutes. So, I don't know how long I was laying on that floor, you know, basically dead, without a heartbeat, without a pulse, and not breathing. I don't know how long. You know, I could say 15 minutes, I could say 13 minutes, I could say 20 minutes, I don't know. So my son basically saved my life. I believe it was God that woke him up at that time and told him, he's 2 years old, you know, what he worried about where daddy's at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, especially he was sleeping. I remember it being extremely violent. It was probably like one of the most violent experiences that I've ever physically felt without being in something violent, you know. It was scary. I remember like going down a dark tunnel, and somebody was like pushing me from behind and telling me not to go down like towards the darkness, you know. Somebody was pushing me, and I remember they saying, "It's time to fight. It's time to fight. It's time to fight." And I later learned that that was fighting for my life. That's what that fight was, and I just remember like flexing and giving it my all, and I was literally fighting for my life. It was the worst experience. You know, and I get out of the hospital, and now I got to call my PO. I've been home from the penitentiary for 6 months. Now it's time to call my PO. I got to give him that call him, yo, I overdosed, I was in the hospital. And he's like, damn, Frank, I thought you were doing good. I said, look, I was. It was just one isolated use. And that's all it took, was one isolated use to almost snatch my life away from me. So I go to a program, rehab out next to Harrisburg for 30 days, do good, paying attention, soaking everything up. And then I fuck up again, man. Had another bad weekend. And my thing was always to self-medicate. When I didn't get high because I liked the feeling. I got high because I was in pain. I've dealt with a lot of shit in my life, man. A lot of childhood trauma, a lot of adult trauma. And that's why I used to get high, to escape pain. And I fucked up again and got high. And after that, it was like a light switch, man. Something went off in me and said, that's it. You're selling yourself short. And after that, I looked at my kids and I said, I refuse to have them come see me in a casket for something I did. It's not going to be mine, man. Somebody else ain't going to be raising my kids. Somebody else ain't going to be laying in my bed, you know. And since then, it's been beautiful, man. It ain't been easy, but it's been beautiful. It's been a process. It's been a struggle at times. It's been all that. I learned so much about myself and others. And damn, it's been good, man. It's been beautiful. I can't complain one bit, man. I'm just happy and grateful to be alive every single day, man. And I feel like I got a second chance at life, so I can't blow this shit. I got to do something special. If I was given a second chance, how many people aren't given that chance, right? So I said, man, I got to do something special with my second chance. I ain't wasting this shit for nothing in the world. Yeah. So I thank you for watching this video. Just a little insight into, I guess, into my life. And for real, this shit is like kind of therapeutic to me too. Talking about my stuff, because I ain't never talked about nothing before. That wasn't me. I didn't talk about my problems. If it was up to me, I had a perfect life. You know, you wouldn't be able to tell that I had anything going on with me. So I thank you for watching this, man. Listen, if you're struggling, make that change. Make that change. Who likes to wake up in the morning feeling like shit, going to bed feeling like shit? Make that change, man. It's possible. There's greater things to come. Make that change. You strong enough. Look at me, man. If I could do it, anybody could do it. You're strong enough. You're worth it. People love you. People care about you. Make that change. Don't be one of those people that we read about in the paper or see posted on Facebook and be like, damn, man, it was good. No, man, make that change. Be good. Be great. You can do it, man. I'm telling you, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You can do it.